Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna put your Scottish title in? All right, we're live. Welcome to the show. Wasted Talent Fabrications here, the Duramax Killer. We've got dudes with wood over there. He guy with wrenches. Change your no. Make it a D. He can't. That's totally just off-railed me right there. Midnight, how's it going down there, buddy?
It's going, man.
Who's going to be the first one to make the old guy joke? That's the question.
I think I already did. It's right there in my little.
Oh, did you? Oh, so realistically, you just went straight for it right there. All right, cool.
Yeah. Thought I'd go ahead and just shut you guys down right off the bat.
Scottish cheapo. Dudes with
Nice.
All right. Well, now that we've got that all settled, how's everyone doing on a Saturday? We had to move it around.
Doing all right. It's a little warm up here, so I'm kind of hiding in the basement right now, waiting for the evening to come so I can go out and work on the car. But other than that, good.
Is Kazakhstan still on fire?
That heat finally go north? How does that work?
Well, I think it went north. Yeah, it started the north.
We just got done with the 105 degree 4 days in a row deal.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we had it for like a week and a half here, and then when it left, the fire started.
They do that. Yeah. Everything dries up, and then somebody's smoking, and they throw their cigarette out and away things go.
Dean, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. We got.
What does that mean that he put in there? What does that mean?
I don't understand a lot of his
black hole magnified target gamer.
I mean, yes, I know what those are, but what's the phrase he's trying to tell us through these hieroglyphics? You got to translate that into actually something that's meaningful.
No,
not just no. Oh, okay.
I mean, the game controller reminds me of the latest Whistle and Diesel video, but I don't know.
I would have never got that. Never would have got that out of that.
Charades now. All right, so yeah, tonight's show is all about how Amazon's going to take over the world, and we're all going to one day live in a data center where we, just work and live for Amazon.
You know what? I believe that more today because I went to pick up a car today, and I went through a part of town that I hadn't gone through in the city, and it was like thousands of acres of Amazon buildings. Like they had taken over the whole industrial area, and it was like a total community. It was unreal. I couldn't believe it. It's just like, whoa, I have not seen this. This is crazy.
So that's, I believe, where they're going to store the human batteries, like for the Matrix. I believe that's where that's later on.
The precursor to the Matrix.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get there, but right now we're starting with the convenience of having like car parts I need quicker than local car parts stores.
Well, you're not wrong. It does tend to, and cheaper, especially in Canada.
Well, it's always cheaper. We dudes and I were talking about this. Like, is there a different? Is it all Amazon up there, or is it some other Canadian Amazon for like Rock Auto or parts or Northern or Princess?
Well, I typically still get my parts through Rock Auto or Amazon or something like that, just because it's cost inhibited to get it from the parts stores up here. And if they actually have it, great, but they usually don't, and they'll be, oh, we can get that in a couple days or a week or whatever. I'm like, okay, I can go get it from Amazon. Same thing from Amazon or Rock Auto, 3 times cheaper in the probably less time. So,
This guy's in the house. Fox can fix it in the house. The chat is not safe anymore. So
he's here to fix our monetization problem.
Yep, our monetization problem will be fixed very quickly. Yep. Not that we need much help with that. I don't know. Convenience is definitely the main thing for any time I need a part. Because when I need the part, I need it right now. And then that's weighed by how much is it? And that's the graphs.
Trap I fall into. But it's even worse here, like because I know what the parts store situation is for the most part in the States and what it is up here. Like, I mean, we have Napas and Auto Values and Canadian Tire and other parts stores, but they usually only stock stuff for the newer stuff, and all the old stuff. You want anything for an older vehicle, you have to go online.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with the brick and mortar stores is they spend way too much money sponsoring YouTube channels.
That's why they're going under.
I mean, just look at O'Reilly's. Look at all.
Well, and I would like to say something about that because I go to O'Reilly's occasionally when I need something, and they don't ever have.
I thought you were not allowed to go to O'Reilly's.
That's
anymore.
in a different city.
Oh, I had to clarify that because
I think we should change his title to ban from O'Reilly's.
Definitely that one.
That franchisee owner does not care for me at this point in the game.
You think he still remembers you?
I don't know.
I think you should test that.
Sorry, I continue with your O'Reilly's thing. I totally
after the derailment of my conversational piece, I go to O'Reilly's occasionally, and I have to go to one of their main distribution O'Reilly's. There's 2 other ones in town, and they'll always be like, yeah, we have it down there. You have to drive clear across town, take 30 minutes to go get it. They'll always have the parts, but you got to drive across town to get them. The other side of that is they don't ever have any old stuff the same as anybody else in town. So I'm not sure how they advertise that they one-stop shop for everything, old or new, when I don't have that in my town.
Well, because they can order it for you. That's why.
Well, yeah. So
you can do it. Yeah, they can order it and get it to their store for free shipping to their store, and then you can just go get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because free shipping to your door for a cheaper price from Amazon isn't better than that. So,
yeah.
But okay, so like the problem I'm running into right now is I've got that valve that I just got that may or may not be bad. I got to, of course, check it again. And now, are they going to let me send a diesel-soaked fuel pressure regulator back through the mail?
They don't accept it back at all. So, well you don't tell the mail.
You don't tell them.
This is the advantage of
I'll hit it with brake cleaner. It'll be fine.
Over the big warehouse online stuff is you can actually usually take something back.
Amazon's pretty good at taking things back.
Except
in
my experience,
send everything back. I just
it's the shipping and stuff that to send it back is the problem, especially up here. Like if I've got to spend $20 to send a $10 part back, I'm not going to send it back.
No. We're talking about $250 freaking sensor. This is diesel things, boys. Everything's it's like a boat. Bust out another 1,000.
Well, if it's a sensor, then you're already hooped with the traditional parts store anyways, because most of them will not take electronics back once they've been opened.
I guess. Yeah. Well, my thing is, if you can't get it right now, then I'm going to go with the cheapest route to get it. Because at this point, I'm already waiting a day, 2 days. No, I'm not talking about the cheapest part. Just there are people that sell the same part for cheaper just because they're trying to sell more of them.
Stuff that AutoZone and O'Reilly's and Advanced sells. Exact same part, and it's 50% less usually.
So traditionally, the parts I want to put on my vehicle, they do not sell at the parts store ever, do not have in stock, period. I like the primo expensive stuff. So if I can buy the same cheap part at the parts store that I can buy on Amazon, even cheaper, I will just upgrade to a more expensive part if I'm going to have to order it anyway.
You're just bougie is what you're saying. Is you like nice. I like nice things, and they must be afforded.
If the parts store said it was going to cost me $200 and they didn't have it, I would have spent $200 for the convenience. But now that I have to go online and order it, I'm going to spend $200 for the really fancy one.
Only this $500
Yeah. This doesn't sound like a problem with Amazon as it sounds like a problem with dudes with wood.
Well, he does bring up a point though, because when I was down in the States, I was trying to buy some parts for my car at one point down there. Because
is that legal? Did you pay tariffs and all that on those parts bringing them back in?
We won't talk about how they came back in the suitcase and weren't necessarily.
Did you have to declare that at the A? You're bringing anything back, A?
But anyways, I go into we'll go with an undisclosed parts store, but it might have been previously mentioned in this podcast. But I get a tie rod in, and I said, okay, well, show me your cheap one. I grab this thing, and it's like, you know, those rattles that you get. You spin around, you can feel the ratchet in there, and it sits there and it spins around. I'm like, this is a new part? Are you kidding me? I was like, I'm gonna go check out something else. And so I go down to the other parts stores and I go to the slightly more expensive part. I'm like, oh, look, I cannot move this ball joint with my hand physically without a considerable effort. I'm going to buy that one.
I guess when you're talking about like ball joints or bearings and that type of thing, I don't go for cheap, but so like the sensor I just got, it's the exact same sensor. A bunch of people sell it at different prices, and everyone adds their markup to it. If you look around, you'll find somebody who's selling it at the bottom markup, and that's what I mean by I go for my cheapest one. I find of the one I'm looking for. Even when I bought like that Holly setup, which is a very nice top of the line, I found the guy who was selling it for the cheapest.
And that is the advantage of a lot of these places online. You can go, yeah, I'm going to go, I want that part now. Show me everyone that sells it and who's got it cheapest and can get it here the fastest.
Well, and the side-by-side market's a good thing for that too, because you get these mom and pop joints that are running, you know, side-by-side parts out of their garage, and the guy's like, I got a deal on 40 of these things, and he sells them for $10 cheaper. I mean, $10 is $10.
I noticed that Piston has come in, and he'll back me up on this, I'm pretty sure, about how the parts in the parts stores are 3 to 4 times more expensive than what you can get them for online for the exact same part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the case up here, and that's why, unless I really need something right now, and I'm pretty sure that the store's going to have it, I just won't go to the store.
I'm going to say, I don't think it's, so the store who would have had to order my same valve that I wanted, it was $30 more expensive to get it through the store.
He's saying false. I've lied, apparently.
It's not the case out there in old, where he's at.
It's probably 6 to 7 times more expensive out there.
He's 24 hours late. What does he know?
Listen, I've been to Korea. There's just because the name's a little weird. It was made on a Sunday.
There you go. 10 times the price in some cases after taxing and shipping.
Oh, you undersold it.
Yeah, I undersold it. I was being kind and apparently too conservative.
So I don't actually go through Amazon most of the time for car parts anymore because I can't trust the parts to actually come as they should. I went through a bad behavior of I would only order AC Delco parts for my vehicle. So I went through AC Delco certified dealership on Amazon and got AC Delco bags with non-AC Delco parts in them.
Well, so scams are definitely a thing. Well, it's just like eBay. But Amazon normally does a pretty good thing, because I actually got a pair of sandals that were the same thing. It was the right bag, wrong sandals with a new label put right over the top.
That's the thing, is a lot of these companies on Amazon, they'll advertise like a Walbro fuel pump or something like that, and the packaging will look like a Walbro, and you open up the part, and it might be labeled similar to a Walbro, but it is not a Walbro. The quality is just not the same. Well, and that's why it's significantly cheaper than the actual Walbro pump or something like that, right?
So Amazon actually did a thing where, to combat these scams, they made it to where you had to have like a real business license and things somewhere in order to run these online stores. And so all that did was, well, so that's the trick. Well, with a lot of LLCs, business LLCs, you can register them. Like Nevada, you can register out of state in Nevada, and they don't even have to tell you. You don't have to report who you actually are if you own the LLC. You don't have to report as a deal for that. So keep that in mind when you're moving that money around, people. Anyhow, I can't remember what state it was, but it was really easy to start your LLC. You didn't have to do anything. And when Amazon did this,
Nevada.
everyone started doing it through that one state, and it put the backlog so far on it. It like literally ground their whole like department that does that for the entire state to a complete standstill, because so many applications, because they're just flipping these businesses. They put a business out, they sell a bunch of bad crap, they put a bunch of fake reviews on their products to make it seem like it's awesome, and then they scam people, and when it comes around time that these guys suck, they just delete the business and start over.
Mm-hmm. Dean.
You know what? I'm glad to see that. I didn't realize that AutoZone sold car batteries. Or I'm sorry, that Amazon sells car batteries.
Amazon will sell you children, I guarantee it, if you
Just-
How
want.
would
just
you
go in
receive? Well, I guess they'll ship batteries, but I can't imagine that's
Yeah.
going to be. I've seen
You
how
can buy
stuff comes in the mail. I don't get a single box that isn't crushed, destroyed, or reboxed somewhere along the way.
Amazon
Yeah.
truck delivers my stuff from Amazon. I mean, somebody that works for Amazon delivers it.
Well, you have fancy Amazon delivery people in your area?
Oh, he's got a
Oh, yeah.
distribution center right up the road.
We've got designated Amazon vans and
Yeah,
trucks.
I've never
up here,
seen
too.
an Amazon truck.
You probably could order something from Amazon right now and get it before we're off this live.
Not quite, just about. It depends on what the item is.
Just maybe.
This battery is much cheaper than
Well,
anything I
yeah.
can get from AutoZone or O'Reilly's.
Well, AutoZone batteries are expensive, but
Huh.
there again, you have the ability to take your battery back. So,
Well, that is a perfect
I
I
example.
mean,
Nothing
who here doesn't take their battery back and it's failed right before the warranty on full replacement? I don't know who.
Oh. Well, that is one thing that I will still buy from a traditional store, or something like a battery, and something that's a consumable item.
Noted, Dean. We'll see.
Coming live with our Amazon store soon. Yeah, of course.
Well, so that brings us to the affiliate link thing with old Amazon and everything. Was it on Shorts? They've taken that off, or getting
I
ready to take
tried
that
them.
off? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
tried that.
well, they're getting rid of all links for Shorts, not just Amazon. I mean, you can
Well.
if you put a link to your own website,
All links,
on your short, it won't work.
no links whatsoever.
Yeah,
Minus
because
links.
Oh hell yeah!
for obvious reasons, YouTube doesn't want you to click that link and stop watching YouTube.
So Destroyer, is that going to be a thing where you just send like hundreds of those bad boys out to Amazon? They sit on a shelf somewhere and just the money rolls in. I have never actually talked to anyone that sells things on Amazon and IRL. You know what I mean?
And my neighbor had a Amazon store, and he had to ship a bunch of different items, his items that he was selling to
Stupid
different
fast truck. What's up, brother? Yeah. Well, so I've heard stories of people buying like things on the shelves at brick and mortars on the cheap and then just selling them on Amazon
So-
as
Amazon actually has a program that if you go and buy those items and send them to Amazon, Amazon will do all the work of reselling them and then give you Amazon money.
I once got something from Amazon, and it came
Weird.
with a Walmart receipt.
really
There was a Walmart receipt in the box. I kid you not.
That's awesome.
interesting. And how much cheaper was it what they bought it for than what you bought it for?
It wasn't. Well, it was cents, not much different.
Okay, so they're not making not a lot of markup there.
Well, it doesn't surprise me though, because have you ever watched the online auctions
Noted, Dean.
where they're selling something and you're watching the bids go up and up and up, and you're like, that just went past retail in the brick and mortar store. It's like, why do people not know how much this stuff is worth?
Well,
And then you still got to pay
auctions,
auction fees on top of it.
auctions have always baffled me because I think that just comes down to stubborn people that just want to win. It's like a form of gambling to some.
So you're just preying on chronic gamblers at that point? Is that what the
Oh, I
Oh,
see
it's-
a lot of
yeah,
auction
yeah,
sites
totally.
just running stuff up for no good reason.
I feel like you get stuck with some gems every now and
I
again. on
don't
that.
get stuck with anything ever. Like I know where to
Some-
quit.
Well, that's the same here. Is I know when to say nope. That's my limit. I'm done. Right?
Hell yeah, Destroyer. That's awesome.
It's one of those. I know what is a good deal, and once it passes that, it's not a good deal anymore. And then if I am very aware that the other person just keeps dropping in bids because they really want to win, we'll just push it a little past that and pray that we don't get stuck with it.
Well, for example, like buying 100 2x4s for $100 would be a good
I'll
deal,
let you
right?
know today. I actually put a bid in on a vehicle in Washington State at like $11,000, and I didn't even want it.
So I'm gonna have to go get a vehicle.
Yeah,
Washington, is what you're telling
have to pick up a vehicle for you. Was it a limo?
This isn't the first time he's done this. This is not the first time he's done. Hey, how far away is wherever? And I'm like, it's a couple hours. He's like, sweet, cool. End of conversation.
Hey, they told that.
What are you looking at? Oh,
Nothing.
And bear in mind that his truck's not working right now, dude.
Oh no, this was when it was working. It was before I was the Duramax.
I'm just saying for any future considerations.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I've been hanging out at a diesel shop for the last 3 days, and I don't think there's any diesel truck that's much better off than mine. But I'm definitely not happy with mine right now. I'm not a GMC fan today, or yesterday, or last week.
I'll have you know, a decent 72 3-door Suburban these days will get bids up to 30 grand and still not meet the reserve.
You went up to 30 grand.
Well, I didn't go up to 30 grand. I was done about 13.
Wait a minute. Someone says, but you're not buying cars anymore.
I'm not. I'm forcing others to pay more for their purchases.
This is accepted.
This is dudes with death threats here. Jeez.
I literally found myself, the epiphany to stop buying cars and sell things was I was sitting on my computer on an online auction bidding on a 66 Chevy 2 and I got stuck dealing with that. But it was, hey, I can't let this go for $60. I better run it up to like $1,800. It doesn't have a motor, doesn't have tires, doesn't have chassis, like just all messed up garbage. Yeah, what are we gonna do with this? I don't know, but I can't let somebody else have it for $60. That's when you know you have a problem.
Yeah, to bid on.
I feel like every week we do an episode of this show and we find out a new problem that you have.
Well, I mean, this is how someone ended up with the Holy Goat as well. Is he just put a random bid on the car? Next thing he knew, he owned the car and had to go get it.
Well, that's the thing. Dudes with Wrenches was busy that day. Didn't run up that auction, apparently.
Apparently, he didn't cost. We'd never have that car if he was.
Well, the problem is, like, today I was running up an auction and completely forgot. And then was like, oh, crap. I got to get in there and throw some more bids in. Oh, I guess somebody else won it. Wait, nobody won.
I was on the phone with him with this one. He's just like, oh, man, I missed this auction. And I'm like, I thought we weren't buying cars.
Well, you know what? I got to agree with dudes on this one. It is a fun game. I do enjoy doing that myself. And you will push it up to, I can go up to this high. And then you just watch it. And then, but it does backfire because I did get stuck with something I didn't expect to get stuck with. And I was like, oh, crap.
I own swords.
I swear to God, that I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this, and that is gonna be a short right there. Just so
I own
swords.
That's the new T-shirt this week.
Why do you own swords? Because you collect them? Nope.
Dudes with
I just
swords.
felt like somebody else needed to pay more for them, and I ended up paying more for them.
Turns out you paid a lot for swords. It's like full tank, like you could like on guard or
grab it.
Oh, you know I want to see your sword.
I have to sell my cars so I can afford more swords.
We also have swords here that I'm being presented. Our swords are apparently not nearly as cool as dudes with.
Oh, I didn't think that was a sword for a minute there, and I was like, oh, they were demonetized.
You're nasty. You nasty. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not pirate. The dude's with the peeling back another layer of the dude onion, huh? That's a scary thought.
I think
I
that's
want to
pretty-
zoom in on what's going on in the background here to really like psychoanalyze, but I'm afraid of what we might see and get demonetized for in the background.
Okay, so evidently I've misplaced one of these swords. I thought I knew.
Oh,
it.
so you've lost one of your very expensive auction swords.
Little John's auction company. I didn't even take the tag off the dang thing.
Who is Little John?
It's an online auction.
Look at that nice katana.
It's
How much did
made in Spain.
How much did you pay for that?
Oh, entirely too much.
Because I also have some fake katanas from somewhere, but someone left them at my house.
Oh,
That's
no,
how
this
we.
is
All right,
supposed
so-
to be like legitimate, stupid things.
So I guess we're gonna compare swords.
Actual
Or we
sharp.
get, damn it! I'm gonna have to go get so.
Okay.
So this is out of Orange something, California.
Did they leave? I gotta see if someone will bring me my sword collection.
West La Vida.
East Coast kid, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Becky Robertson, how you doing? 2-month member over here. If you guys are not familiar
This is
with
one of
Becky
those, like,
Robertson, make sure you get over there and check her out.
Legitimate $400 and some katanas.
Shut up. I highly, highly doubt that.
It is.
Listen, I'm going to need you to go roll up a bamboo mat and slice that MFR in half. Oh, what in the
That's a
world of
cosplay
Warcraft
sword there.
is going down there? Oh, my.
Yeah, this is the Lich King sword.
Oh,
And,
Oh.
that's a
Good
Lord of the
Lord.
Rings sword.
Is that Tigress sword?
Little John of Robin Hood? Is he? Oh, wait.
anyway,
That's the wrong one.
yeah. So this is yeah.
He's misplaced the sword of invisibility. Where has he put it? Oh my God! You guys are gonna make me go find my swords.
There's one.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty cool.
That's not a
It's
sword.
got a chip in the hilt, so you can
There's this one.
actually put a reader up to it to make sure that it's actually authentic.
Really?
Kinda cool. Oh yeah, yeah.
This is my.
Yeah, you can look this. I mean, you can look this one up online. This is an actual Frostmourne sword. They're going for a couple grand these days on eBay.
It looks very heavy.
It's 45 pounds.
45-pound sword.
Yeah.
That's
40
aggressive.
Well, that's pretty normal for a classic sword, right?
Oh, no, that's a movie sword.
Well, you're talking about the old claymores and stuff. They were 40-pound swords, easy.
All right, so I don't know where the katanas are, but I've got, and this thing's like a full tang, like, got the.
I don't know where the other sword I have in a box is. Oh, I know it's in the garage. I took it to the shop. That's where it is.
How did this turn into a sword show?
We're
47 minutes in. What are we talking about? Swords.
27
Amazon
minutes
sells
in. Oh man!
Get off topic yet?
I mean, I got a few
Holy
others.
crap.
I'm not gonna bring those out.
Okay, well, maybe we'll did anyone get
Yeah,
their swords
I don't
off
know.
at Amazon?
All of my swords were left at my house. We used to party pretty
That's
hard.
a worse story right there.
These swords were brought by somebody who was flopping at the house because it was kind of a flop house, and when they moved out, the swords never left. And so I ended up with 2 katanas, and I don't know if this is Norse or what the hell is this?
Well, to be fair,
Oh.
Becky, I
Yeah.
don't hail from Scotland, but I do have Scottish ancestry and have tendencies towards.
To be fair, he just really loves a Scottish accent and loves to do it. Let's just be honest
Scottish,
here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Scottish and Irish are different.
Where are we at with these comments? Oh my God. I gotta go put my sword away. I'll be back.
What? Oh, Highlander.
Never
There can only
take
be
your
one.
sword out. Plan on using it.
What's that?
So you should never take your sword out unless you plan on using it.
And
Wow.
always clean it afterwards.
Exactly.
I have a Vietnam machete. Actual
Vietnam
Japanese.
machete. Wow.
Yep.
I have a World War II machete, but it's down in the shop right now. I actually
I didn't smuggle anything cool back from the desert, like no
Why not?
gold-plated AKs or anything like that.
That's all right. Midnight just said his machete's in the shop right now.
Well, okay.
It must be getting sharpened or something.
not
No,
that
I was
sharp.
handed a machete by a very cool old man that was a Vietnam vet, and he said, "This has seen things," and I went, "Cool." And there's stains in the steel that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, no, we're only 30 minutes in. Let's see. Well, actually, I haven't seen. We might be already demonetized. It's,
I mean,
it's that.
You did mention Amazon auctioning officer.
I did, but I mean, it's only a matter of time. I guarantee.
That wasn't very far in. Did we even make it past 7 minutes before you made that
We're still
comment?
monetized somehow, so I mean, we're
wow.
doing that. Yeah. It's the 1 hour. The 1 hour. Oh, I mean, we did pull out a bunch of swords. What's their rules on swords?
I don't think there's anything on swords.
I don't think there's anything with swords.
Full Tang clan. The Full Tang clan is a great group. I think that's a t-shirt too. If we were knife builders, that's our podcast. Or sword makers. Sword. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of swords, knives.
So,
words.
Are you looking up your katana?
My machete.
Oh, your machete. Have you ever seen those movies? Any?
I think I've seen one. Yeah.
I have not seen any of them. They look.
It's worth about $50.
Your machete movie? Or the machete movie's worth $50 bucks.
I have never watched one of those machete movies.
Produced on $50. I can't remember which.
This time on Sword Talk.
This time on Sword Talk.
Oh man.
We're going to talk about swords that are straight. Next week, swords that are curved.
Oh, like a Chris.
I'm talking about your curved sword.
Curved sword. Your Schwartz is longer than mine. Oh god.
So let's go back to
Schwartz gets tangled.
Let's all have a discussion on where the beginnings of the old Amazon started.
Books. But realistically, it was book warehouses. That's what he was really after, was because it took a lot of space to store books. So there was big buildings full of books and ways to move books, right?
I thought it started in space.
Mob stuff.
Kind of strange, really.
Import, export, mob stuff. So you're telling me Amazon's all mobbed up?
I think that's where it started. That's my conspiracy.
That's
the conspiracy.
I got a new one for you. I think he's an alien, and because he's dumped all his money in to get him back into space.
No, that's Elon Musk.
Oh, Bezos too.
I thought he was an evil genius. Was Musk? He's the one who's gonna have a.
He's an evil genius.
Oh, we're just stacking. Okay, you can't be both.
We make it through the ice wall. And we figure out this flat Earth. We'll know.
Oh wow! You just put layers on the conspiracy, and dudes with freaking frosty beverage here that he never gets for the rest of us. DoorDash is a thing. You could order us, goodness.
But at least he's good at hiding the label, because we all know it says DQ on the other side of that.
Oh, we know it's DQ. Yeah. 20 years ago in old Scotland. Did he wear a kilt, Becky? I feel like you got to wear a kilt.
It was the Scottish Rose on display. That's what you got to ask. And if you don't know what that is, folks, don't look it up.
Yeah. Now she said yes. There we go. Covered NCO swords. So we didn't do swords well, I guess the officers had cutlasses, I guess, in the Navy. I don't know.
Swords weren't an Air Force thing.
No, swords were definitely not an Air Force thing. Although I feel like the Air Force Academy dudes had swords.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just at the academy, but
Kind of get in the way when you're sitting in that plane.
Yeah, I was just thinking it might be a little cumbersome.
I feel
Air
like
Force Academy cadet sword. Yep.
Told you. I feel like if you got a punch and you're like parachuting out and you got your sword out, I mean, you're pretty much like.
Well, even before you end up in that situation, you could easily confuse the sword for the stick, right? And then you're trying to control the aircraft with your sword.
I feel like have you ever seen the vet TV show, the Barracks, I think is the name of it. It's like a Marine Corps barracks, and it's just the most ridiculous stories from the barracks that they act out, essentially.
No.
Have you ever looked into any of the vet TV stuff?
Becky, have a good night.
Oh, all right. Well, next week we'll talk armor. Just chain, or are we going to stay more sheet armor? Or
well, I mean, there's splint armor, there's chainmail, there's leather, there's bandit, there's plate, there's like what? Let's get to a specific if that's what you want to talk about.
I bullshitted 2, and Mongrels just gave us all of them, so we know what the is.
Somebody hangs out at a certain kind of festival occasionally.
Now you say that, but I guarantee you have armor somewhere in your house.
No.
Some
not
so
like
not
medieval
here
armor.
now.
I think you waited a little too long to answer there, pal.
He's like, does my Kevlar vest count?
Yeah,
I
does a
can't have
bulletproof
a
vest
brother.
count?
All right,
feel like
Becky,
that's
you have a
not-
good weekend.
I feel like
Hopefully
a
you get a little
bulletproof
less
vest isn't
smoke up there.
armor.
No, that doesn't count in this particular. But I wouldn't put it past you to have some sort of freaking Japanese demonstrational armor for a wedding or something. Some random, yeah. I took it in on a hawk. Some guy gave him $200 for it. Or
I was bidding it up on an auction.
Or bidding it up on an auction. Yeah. Now it just sets on my Chinese freaking terracotta warrior back there that I also won.
On that note, I actually have a buddy that has 2 real terracotta soldiers in his house.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Surprisingly enough, they weren't as expensive as I thought they were, and he dresses them up on holidays for like Halloween and Santa, and like does all this stuff with them.
How much are we talking here?
They were stupid expensive.
They had to have been.
But he's kind of stupid rich, so.
Well, I mean, they're stupid rich.
Because I thought it was funny that he even had them. Like, where'd you get those reproductions?
Nice.
Like, those aren't reproduction.
Those aren't reproduction. Oh, and he dresses them up. That's the wild part. You break that, and it's just
get another one.
Well, they're clay, right?
He's got that kind of money.
Yeah, clay.
Maybe well, man. I mean, it's all good.
He's big into movie stuff, so like he has them set up in his little wing where he has them with the Mummy movie stuff, and then yeah, next to all the Indiana Jones official props and all that kind of happy stuff.
That's some money to spend on some things. Well, I guess people do it with cars just to look at them. Don't drive them because you can't drive them, because if you drive them, then they're not worth all the money you put in. I don't get that. I'd rather have half broken junk that I could play with.
Well,
I don't know. I would like to
junk that you can't get parts for.
Well, I make it so broken.
A big, huge pile of money, so huge that I could just have a warehouse full of cars that I don't drive. Just walk out there and look at them. That'd be nice.
I had this discussion not that long ago when the Mega Millions was up to $1 billion. If I won $1 billion, so we're getting so far off topic here, let's just go into this. Bezos Monday Night Money. Okay.
Monday night money.
Just a bill.
I seriously wouldn't own a lot of things. Like if I just had that kind of money, I would just give stuff to people. If I didn't want it anymore, I'd just be like, here you go, have it. I don't care. I'll just get something else. That level of money equals I'm just going to go own whatever I want at all times and never essentially need to keep anything.
See, I feel like that's the problem with that thought is that you won't keep the money. You with that kind of mentality, you'll burn through it all, and all of a sudden you'll be like, "Yeah, no, you're broke, bud."
Yeah,
Well,
and that's fine. But
hard
I will
to
live
burn through
awesome that whole time.
but that he brings up a good
Rock
point because
life.
the simple fact of the matter is you can't take it with you. That saying is very true.
Yeah.
You cannot take it with
I
you.
save money and hoard things now because I have to make it to the end, and I might not do that if I just burn through it.
The problem with that thought process though is
It's in the storage tray.
it's like, hey, dude over here, here's $100,000. Go live your life and be happy. Except that guy is going to be like, oh, you give me $100,000? I'm going to hit you up and bug you every day now to get more money from you. And so by being super generous to everyone around you, they're all going to be on your back all the time trying to get more money. And at some point, you're going to be like, fuck this.
No, I'll just like go buy a Ferrari, and when I don't like it anymore, I'll just leave it somewhere with the keys in.
Okay, that's cool. And
Okay.
title.
All right. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna go out, and they'll one day call and be like, "Hey, your car is here." And be like, "Oh, okay," and it'll be stripped.
Who found it? Oh, cool. Not my
It says
problem.
no. Yeah.
No, it's still your problem. They're gonna
They'll
want
say
you to
leave
come
your
get it
glove
out of
box.
impound. They can't stay here forever.
No, that's how
Take
it
it off,
works.
no.
Stupid Fast
Yeah.
Truck is talking about the expensive armor, talking about having $1 million or $1 billion. Yeah.
For
Mithril. Yeah.
mithril armor.
I just sent him a video of them harvesting spider web to make a shirt.
Yeah, we have to talk about that. You sent me some weird stuff, bud.
You can buy it off of
Yeah,
Amazon.
Spider-Man.
It was aggressive to watch. Like it was legitimately. This is how we made a machine. to
I
strip
know
spiders into
100%.
making
If I
web.
was to actually explain to you in terms like the terms I want to, this would get not only shut down, but they would turn off my YouTube channel. Like it was aggressive.
It was
very
the
aggressive.
cruelest human
They-
thing.
Took a spider and pinned it down on its back and then proceeded to extract the web from it as it's like ped down. You just add the horror screams of this poor little
On a
spider in there.
spooling mechanism.
And the spooling thing is just yanking it out of there, like just getting it out of there, man. Just pulling it out
Well,
of
how
this
many? It
poor
took them like
spider.
2 years to get enough spider web material.
So they kept this
make
poor
this
little
shirt?
spider alive for 2
Yeah.
years, just destroying its poor little
And
spider.
then they did one where they would lower the spider, and then once the spider got to like a piece,
That was so terrible.
it would just raise the arm, and then the spider would lower down, and then they would just raise the arm, and then the spider would just keep descending, just endlessly.
That's awful.
terrible.
Well,
bad.
doesn't spider web break down after a while though?
No,
Oh,
this
dude.
spider web material, they said stronger than Kevlar. It's stronger. I mean, it's
That's what this video said. I believe about 0 of what I see on TikTok, and less than that you send me from TikTok. Like when you send it to me, I'm like, this is bullshit.
Fox. It's like the movie Seven, except for spiders.
Yes, it's exactly.
It sounds like an apt analogy.
It's exactly what. Seriously,
Did
the
they sell it
pins.
did they sell it on Amazon? Let me see your spiderweb shirt.
I'm not here
Dudes
to
with
un-
billions. I'm going to start a spider farm.
Nope. Dudes with billions here. Nope, it's all gone.
don't need
I
that.
don't see any. Well, I mean, I see some interesting spiderweb shirts on Amazon, but they're not the kinds that we can show on our live stream.
Yeah, I
So I
want to
guess-
look it up.
Well, now I got to see
You
if
guys
they.
want to search that later.
God.
Yeah.
Dang it, Jim.
Well, that didn't get us demonetized, so we're still doing good. I really figured the Spider Horror Show would have really done it there.
Well, I mean, maybe it hasn't caught up yet. So
Let's roll back into Amazon.
Oh, is that where you want to? You're. I love how you're
Well,
wrangling us tonight.
you really want to talk about Amazon?
We've all discussed that Amazon started with books.
I believe
Really,
so.
it was just a long ploy to get facilities to import-export goods.
I believe so.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And he's now playing middleman for all transport systems at this point. So
Yeah, but why is he playing middleman now? There's a reason he's playing middleman because he's
And-
basically got a giant monopoly going on that has to basically. Amazon's just the middleman. We're not doing it all.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
why
doing this. Is a monopoly.
It's
Anybody
not
can
a
have their own
monopoly
store.
here. Yeah, anyone
We're
can have
just
their
a
own
system,
store.
just like
Yeah.
a trucking outfit.
Yeah, well, it's not that we're the only distribution system around on this scale, and we monopolized everything. No.
Yeah.
Shh, shh.
When the harsh reality of all of this is, we're actually going to an old idea in a new way. We've completely gone full circle here, because Sears Roebuck was a thing. You got your catalog, you opened it up,
Not
you
wrong.
ordered your thing, you waited for it to come. That was too inefficient. So then we created stores you could go to get the thing you needed faster.
The
And now we're
computer.
back.
Well, yes and no, because you went to stores because it was more convenient than the time frame it took for the Sears catalog. So putting small stores everywhere was more convenient. But now, because of the internet and shipping ability, big centralized stores were always more efficient. It was the interface of getting the product,
Yes.
the want to the need to the replenishment was needed to be
But the best part is, anybody that's like, Amazon's this new amazing thing. No, it's not. It's just something that has taken
Well,
advantage
so
of better systems.
Amazon is the actual computer like interface part of it is new.
The
Well,
new
it's
amazing
more-
way of doing an
eBay.
old familiar thing.
Well,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I'm kind of with dudes on this. There's nothing really new or groundbreaking about what they did.
Nope.
It's how they put it all together.
It's just they did it at a better time when they had the ability to use the internet, the ability to use a better mailing system, the ability to warehouse larger amounts of items in a singular space, and everybody agreed upon it.
So I have a comment here from the comment section of speaking of Amazon, where are our little magnetic keychains that say dude with wrenches and it look like a wrench with I don't even know how to. Yeah. Why don't we have small versions of that yet?
Where's our 10 mil wrenches, man?
Yeah.
Let's figure out what size this wrench is.
It's 6 inches is what it looks like.
Weighted wrench.
I couldn't help myself. Dudes with really awkward wrench here.
It's a weighted wrench.
Wait.
Goodness.
Your nose will sit right in there, right? You can just
No.
put your. Come on, just here you go.
You just bury it and wiggle it around. buddy.
Just bury your nose in there. Make some-
Lobster claw.
rock lobster.
Rock lobster. None of that.
Seriously though, when are you gonna sell those on eBay, Amazon, whatever?
I'll let you know when I start putting up YouTube videos again.
Webster, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff on the website of things. I guess yeah, because they're selling advertising the whole time through their web interface and all of that to not only people that are selling things on their marketplace, but other marketplaces too. I think Montgomery Ward. Oh, I remember those. They're all
Amazon's online stuff, all of their cloud stuff. They have free classes, and you can get Amazon Cloud certified and crap for IT professionals. So it's they're trying to figure out a way to suck up that business from Microsoft. So.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if eBay would have been smart, they would have got involved with more things than just auctions. And they started out, and they could have been a big distribution, but they didn't have the buildings.
eBay started out as a classifieds ad for
but he bought those buildings on the discount because bookstores were going out of business and book distribution networks were worthless because everyone read on the internet
About books.
Yeah, no one gave a crap about books.
Yeah, because if you really want to look at it, and then Amazon broke into the other devices, kind of like the Fire Sticks, the TV. How much money does Amazon make off TV now?
He dumped a bunch of money into the interface portion of user interface, essentially, to a lot of the things that they do.
What are those Amazon things now? Echoes or whatever?
Oh, the thing that's in there just listening to you do everything.
Home automation. I mean,
Dean, I feel like Montana is pro spider, but I'd have to look into those laws. Don't know if you can set up a spider ranch.
You know what I'm not pro? I'm not pro wasp.
What do wasps actually do? What's their function?
I looked this up the other day because I ran into a horde of them and was like, why do these exist? Why are
Is that
they
the proper
here?
term for a bunch of those? A horde?
Swarm.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well,
if you
when something swarms and attacks you, yeah, we're gonna go with horde.
but you're saying a horde could swarm?
Yeah,
but a swarm can't horde.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Well, they can. No, I think they can.
Once they become a swarm, they're swarming.
Because
they can probably
get the swarm. They could horde. They could, for example, bees. You could have a swarm of bees, and they all gather pollen. Now they're hoarding the pollen.
Oh, we've really turned this around.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Wasps are another one of those fancy bugs we brought to this country to fight off little bugs that eat crops.
Oh, it's another one of we did that.
How's that working out?
Actually, pretty good. They kill quite a few little crop bugs. Awesome. Hence why you see a mass amount of them anywhere near a field, which I am around a lot.
Corn, particularly, huh?
Corn, soybeans, crops.
He's not wrong. If they don't have what you need, why are you going to go to the
local store? Yeah.
Well, I still hear things with the local stores about supply chain and COVID, and I'm like, that was like 3 years ago, bud.
Now we're demonetized.
Yeah.
You said like two things in right back to back that you cannot say wasted.
Oh, what were they?
We can't talk about the id
or the chain.
Yeah.
Or the get wrecked. You tell me
No, you can't talk about it.
Shut up. That's not true.
Hey, we've got Jordan Peterson up here getting silenced and ordered by the courts to take social media training.
Who's that?
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretend
He's
I have
a very famous professor.
Pretend I know what you're talking about.
He's a fairly, we'll say famous psychology professor.
Okay.
Oh, that guy. I've seen him on TikToks.
He's smart guy. But they're going after him, saying, "Oh, you can't say what you say. You got to take social media training."
Well, he's very big into the anti-certain feelings on certain people's thing.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
but he's also very big into pointing out flaws in all sorts of things, and they don't like that.
Well, yeah, because he upsets people.
Yeah,
thoroughly.
Yeah, but isn't that part of the gimmick? Upset the people. The people come to be upset, but they're there.
Well,
he says things in a very direct way.
Very direct, a very conservative way, which is you're not allowed to do that.
What? So who is making him take the training? Who has that kind of power over
the Court of Ontario? Ontario Provincial Court.
Whoa.
Medical philosophist, world-renowned speaker, and author of Jordan B. Peterson, who rose to international fame in 2017 after speaking out against an impeding Canadian speech law involving mandatory gender pronoun use, may be compelled to take social media training.
You're telling me
he needs to leave Canada, is what
I'm going to say. You're telling me that Kanakistan forces individuals to go to mandatory social media brainwashing,
sensitivity training. Sure, yeah.
There was a country many years ago in Europe that did similar things. They had camps they sent people to for that type of thing.
If you just want to jump down the conspiracy theory, rabbit hole, the Prime Minister of Canada is probably related to Fidel Castro. So
not probably.
What's wrong with Fidel Castro? He was a great leader. I don't know what.
Put the pictures up side by side. Young Castro and the young person you're talking about, and see.
He definitely had 9 lives.
It's scary.
I'm just saying, if he was Fidel Castro's son, he'd have better values.
Fox figured it out right here. Swarm, horde, sword.
Sword. Yeah, You gotta. I'm pretty sure we're demonetized now. That
Probably.
In
I'm
Canada,
gonna go with. Okay, dude, I don't know. We are monetized, boys. I don't know. You're
I don't know how.
we won't. When we hit that hour mark, I'm telling you,
we're right there.
Well,
I know. I keep
60
checking.
seconds.
we
Yeah,
got 5
and
minutes
then,
and then we're done. You'll see.
Then we'll be done. One of these days we'll have to jump before an hour to see if we can make it. Like, we got you.
but I mean, this was obviously it was coming because they just changed the law up here about they can censor online content.
Well, you can't put anything on the internet. That's not true.
Well,
anyhow.
there's no freedom of speech in Canada, right? I
No,
mean, that's not a thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't have that give either.
Not anymore, anyways. I mean, we didn't really have. We had something different. We have.
You guys didn't
freedom of
have it,
expression.
but you didn't not have it. And
In
now
our
you
Charter of Rights, we have freedom of expression, which is almost. I'm not going to say better than freedom of speech, but it's.
That's actually protects the other group.
Yeah,
Well,
if you can
it
express
protects
yourself
everyone. It's
via
supposed
your
to protect everyone. You're supposed to be able to express yourself freely, right? That's
It always doesn't
now.
work.
I'm not saying that, and it can go on either side of the fence. You're right, absolutely it can, but they don't want it that way.
Yeah, the fact that they don't want it that way and they've made it's freedom of
Now-
expression, but
now they put steps in place to say no, you actually don't have that right when it's right in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. But whatever.
Charter.
well, yeah, they
We
don't
don't
have a
have a constitution.
constitution. They have a charter. It's a thing. Don't worry about it. They're very like a business that's been incorporated up there type of deal. You know, charters and members and parliaments
I
and
use
things.
these Canadian words.
Are you looking this up right now? You're gonna get a whole
A
Canadian
written
dictionary.
grant by a country's legislative or sovereign power by which a body such as a company, college, or city is founded in rights and privileges defined. Charter. It's a homeowners association. Then.
They are in a homeowners association.
I mean,
and the Karens have taken over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
time to move out of Kanakistan, bud. Hope you. I don't know where
because
you're
none
going.
of this is like, man, we hold our Constitution up probably a little harder than we should for certain notes, but like charter just seems so reversible, like the word itself.
Yeah, I don't think you can talk honestly. Like your Constitution is completely abused right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Politicians definitely wait.
Oh no, he's talking about the word Constitution.
When
In
I
his
hear the
mind,
word
it's like you just
Constitution.
can't change that.
Yeah,
but
it's
in
wrong.
yours, it sounds like it could be negotiated.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying. Okay.
Charter.
Yeah.
Charter versus
Charter. I feel like I'm negotiating a price to get a boat across a river.
I would like to speak to your captain about a charter. Yes.
Like, it says 3-day tour. I'm gonna expect a 5. Let's just say this. I feel like
Some
it's
people
just
are
too reversible.
I don't have the Constitution to handle the 3-day tour. It's going to have to be
Yeah,
2.
see, exactly. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to change. Constitution.
Oh, we cannot say what Dean said. No.
Which
Oh,
oh
Come on, Dean.
No.
come on,
oh
Dean.
no.
But don't even display that one.
That would have been the other topic we would have had tonight that I was told I couldn't talk about.
I did say that one was probably going to end. I stand by that. It's not a good look.
Well, I mean, it wasn't my fault. I was born this way.
And that's your freedom of expression.
The problem is, wait a minute, we're coming up on 60 minutes. Simmer yourself down now. Let's go back to your Amazon conspiracy theory about why. Now, why don't you like Amazon? Because I feel like you don't like Amazon.
So I am in a mixed bag. It's the same reason why I have to hate Walmart, yet I still get my pickup orders there for food. They're going to be the cheapest, best option, obviously, but just the idea of just bowing down to the corporate overlord sometimes just it hurts on the inside. But then every time I go over to the local person and go, "You want me to pay how much?" and you don't even like me, I guess I'm going back to Amazon.
Yeah, that's that is one thing. But you go to the local guy and and like they don't really care that you're there, and they
Yeah.
don't really give you good service,
Well,
and they
no,
really don't know what they're talking about either. It's like that.
they obviously
that
care that dudes
expertise-
is there. They kick them out.
Yeah, well, that too.
I mean,
Mm,
I'm a very
yeah, that
abrasive
one.
guy, but you should have better customer service than that.
I mean, we have a
True.
brand new O'Reilly's in town, brand new. And I went in there and I walked up to the register with a can of spray paint, and a dude's playing a video game on his phone, and he just keeps right on playing while I'm standing there waiting, to pay for my spray can. Like maybe today, I don't know.
Oh,
Did
I've walked out of parts stores many times. If I have to wait in line, I'm just going to leave my
I've
goods
done that at
wherever I'm
fast food
at.
restaurants.
Yeah, no, I've done that too. I didn't that day, but I certainly have done that.
I have a buddy who walks out of every gas station that asks to scan his ID.
Oh, I've never had somebody ask me for that.
What do you mean scan
your
your
ID?
ID?
Yeah, so in this state, you get your ID scanned every time you want to buy tobacco goods, alcohol, etc.
Oh,
And
okay.
you can show them your ID to show your age, but they want to scan it to put you in the system.
No.
And he's an anti-system guy.
Yeah, Pound Sam.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
Yeah,
And then when
you
they're
wanna
like,
collect-
you have to give it to me or I can't sell you this, he just goes down the street and buys it somewhere else.
Yeah, because that's just your policy. That's not the law.
Exactly. It's not
Because
law.
you're taking my data, and I guarantee the company that's collecting it all is selling it.
It's the same reason why I hit cancel when a gas pump asks me my zip code.
Really?
Yep. That's an Iowa thing too. When you swipe your card, it asks you for your zip code before it allows you to pay.
That's because they're
Well,
checking to make sure you
You
know
all
your zip
know
code for your phone.
that really messes up us Canadians when we come down to visit.
Because you don't have a zip
We
code.
don't have a zip code. We got a postal code that consists
Good
of letters
question.
and numbers.
So how do you get gas? You gotta hit cancel. That's why that works. I didn't know you could do that. I always just put my number in because I'm like, oh, that's how it does, I guess.
Interesting. Now
Although-
let's talk about another conspiracy theory with Amazon. I believe they were going to implement palm scanning for paying for things. Is that not something they are working on?
It's the first I'm hearing of that biometric.
Probably.
Can I scan on the phone?
No,
How do you
no.
palm scan?
Palm.
Yeah, but
Like a chip in your palm or like
No,
a hand
no,
reader?
your palm
Like,
prints is
yeah.
unique as your fingerprints. So they were going to the biometrics are
Well,
going to scan the
fingerprints are
palm.
not actually good.
The palm is better. That's why they were using the
Okay,
palm.
because fingerprints not good. They're worthless.
So, but I
it's old
mean,
hat.
let's talk about this for a minute. So, you think you got problems with theft now? What's going to happen when someone decides, you know what? Instead of grabbing this guy's credit card, we're just going to have to grab the hand.
Well, the hand, everyone knows that the hand is only good for like a couple of hours after it's been removed from the rest, you
Do
know.
they though?
I mean, yeah,
You
you
can probably
didn't- that's
pickle it
not-
or something.
well, there's saline solutions and Botox you can use to keep the fingers plump, but yeah, after a while, you just got to toss it out with the rest of them.
And get a different palm.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
See, I think in that aspect, it would actually be easier to hack their account and reset their palm scan to your own than steal their palm.
Yeah, but you're thinking like someone
get
that
less jail time
has
for one.
some knowledge here, not like the certain street people that
It's all common
mean,
knowledge.
that
I
I
feel
feel like
buy a
the
product
street
from another
person that's
person.
stealing hands, that doesn't last real long.
No.
That
But you got
doesn't
those
become a
Rogaine cowboys that
multi-million-dollar
you know
scam.
that's how they're
You
going
got
to
away with
solve this
millions.
problem.
This brings us back around when you're talking about going full circle. This goes back to, when you would steal, you'd get the old, and now you will never be able to pay for anything.
So now
again.
we're reversing that though.
Right.
In
What
order to
if-
steal, you
We're
got to
going-
What if you
What
scan
if I
your
was
left hand
born
instead of
with
your right hand?
flippers?
They take your right.
oh,
well, then you'd have a
Oh.
very unique scan, I'd imagine. It's still probably work.
yeah. We're not really on palm reading.
Not equipped for the flipper scanners yet?
Ask my online astropsychic, right?
You guys haven't heard of this though.
No, because that seems ridiculous.
Yo, Stuff Cletus in the house. What's up, brother?
Like
Appreciate
I feel
you.
like you could do a retinal scan or something that would be usable through a camera, but a palm scan.
Well, and my other thing, a palm scan
Seriously,
is now you
Amazon
gotta have.
has the palm scan. You go look
That's
it up.
probably
I'm
because
not kidding
Bezos
you.
owns the copyright for palm scanning. I mean, that's probably why.
Hand bank affair.
Amazon One.
Use your sword to get palms. Oh,
Hey, good idea.
you've missed a very interesting show today, Cletus.
Oh, you see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, you can just set up quick accounts with deceased people.
Match of the century. You know what? I'll tell you what. If that gets us demonetized, I don't even care. I like it.
That's a T-shirt.
That's a t-shirt. Right.
Here's what it says: Amazon
Whole
One.
wardrobe.
Amazon One? What?
Yep, that's the name of it. One scan does it all. Amazon One simplifies everyday interactions. It's free, contractless service that lets you use your palm to pay, enter, or identify yourself. A quick and easy way to make a payment, enter a venue, or identify yourself. Sign up once, then use whenever Amazon One is available. You're in control. You choose when your palm buys. Use your palm.
I
Use your
wasn't
palm.
kidding. I'm not kidding.
When did?
Hey,
that
you
new?
injured?
You can
Identify.
control how you spend your money. That's
So is
good.
that a new thing? Is that what they're coming out with, or did they
Oh,
abandon?
it's out.
No, it's
Like,
already
you can
implemented.
Get it.
You can do
Oh,
it.
so we did it. It hasn't worked out well, so we just don't talk about it
It's
because
a
I've
Canadian
never.
stand thing.
Oh, we did it in Kazakhstan and it just didn't come here.
I don't know. Americans aren't about scanning us. That's not
I
going to
don't
work
know.
out.
I feel
There it
like-
is, boys.
Honestly, we're not about that either. I have no interest.
Wait,
in that.
wait. So you don't even have to like put your hand on it; you just wave it over the top.
Yep.
Oh, see, I was thinking like you had to like, like in the movies or some shit. Put your hand up on the scan and it, down.
Seems pretty legit. I mean, what if I get a new scar tomorrow, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is it gonna know that my hand just didn't get fat?
Yeah. What if I have fat hand syndrome?
Well, no, I
Old
mean,
hand syndrome?
old hand syndrome. I feel like for us, yeah, like you said, we're screwing these things up all of the time.
You need to have a backup hand.
What if I lose my hands in a horrific accident and get a new hand grafted on? Does that new hand now qualify for the new Amazon Drive? This is a whole setup I have to go through, probably.
Oh my god! Well, they did a hand transplant, didn't they?
They have many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
It's a thing.
So I feel like do you have to take the old hand in order to swap it to the new hand type of thing, like the old password, new
What we're
password?
saying is when some of these billionaires pass away, their hands are going to become very, very high value items.
Protect the hand.
Protect the hand.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, think about it. If that goes into voting, I mean, sheesh. It's up for identifying now.
Oh boy.
I don't know if people vote. I don't think they're around anymore. Lots of hands.
Oh, can I get a show of hands?
Let me get that for you.
He just shows up with a bag slung over his shoulder.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm here to
God.
vote.
I'll be in there a while. Get your little hand gloves on. Gloves. Changing them out. Next.
I'm not gonna lie. This Amazon talk got way darker than I ever thought.
Well,
Hey, you started with that spider stuff.
I mean, they're
Well,
not
that
only
was pretty
stealing
dark.
your information. They're
Listen, if
selling you
I
ads.
have to see it and
But
I
now they're
can't
going
unsee
to
it, now
steal
you guys have to hear
your
about
palm, and they're going to use your palm for everything.
it. Okay. So can we just like
I use
how
my
do
palm
we
for everything?
scan?
Wait a second. What? What if you've got hair on your palms?
Harry Bombs. What are you?
Come on.
You gotta shave your palms. What if is the
I
sweat?
didn't-
What if
lotion
you're
is
chronically
the-
sweaty palms? Does that throw this off? Asking for a friend. What do you?
I
I
feel
feel
like Amazon has to send you this palm kit. Wow,
Blurry hands. Come on.
Christ.
that's what things are for. They'll pin it
Boxes on a
down.
roll tonight.
Oh, somebody spun him up and gave him his medicine tonight, boys. Hang on.
You better check and see if we're monetized because I don't think we
He's
are.
got the blurry hair.
Yeah, they were past the hour.
Pull the refresh.
Visit
Oh, we're good, boys.
evaluates
crazy.
multiple aspects of your palm to identify that it's you.
Or do you have access to the donor's account? I'm sure they empty all the profits off of the hand before they transplant the hand.
Could you imagine going to like your local store and they have Amazon Pay or some crap, and you just wave your hand and you're like, I swear I got money. I swear.
So if you want to pay someone ahead of time, line, is that a reach around? Have a line.
Well, we've already established there's no lines because we're using Amazon.
It's true. No queue.
It's a complete solo gig here.
What do you call them, lines there, or do you call them queues there, like the British?
No, what?
I don't know. Something. A queue definitely is a line.
A queue
All
is
right,
what
wait.
you used to play pool with.
No, you got to wait in the queue.
Do you guys stand
If you're talking about
inline
online,
or online?
Oh,
what?
Do you stand inline or online?
Inline.
Is there a physical line?
The physical line. Are you standing inline or online?
No, we're in line.
I'm standing in
You're
line.
You're standing in line.
we can stand in line on the line.
But now I will guarantee that it won't be a straight line, but
There,
it'll be in line.
there are some parts of the country where obviously none of us are in.
You guarantee that, Mongrel?
Where they say,
No,
I'm going to go
people
stand
can't
online
line up.
inline. Very weird.
I feel like we could probably line people up perfectly straight. We need to find all of the similar body types.
This goes into a whole other thing.
That's literally what we do here.
No.
What you're saying is you're not going to allow it to happen on this subject, and you're vetoing it. Okay, cool.
No. Just brings up. I watched a show and it has a very. I can't talk about it, but get definitely demonetized if I explain what's currently being thought in my head.
Oh, yeah, human centipede. Yeah, I get what you're.
No.
Yeah.
No, I hope you didn't watch that. That's very interesting. But anyways, let's not go there. We'll talk about that later.
I've never seen that movie, but I have seen the South Park parody of that movie.
Okay.
So that's that's my only knowledge, and that's how I know everything about that movie is from that parody. Yeah,
That is a good one.
What goes in must come out and back in again. That's how that works.
no one ever reads the terms of service. That's the best part about that episode of South Park. No one ever reads that. It's so true though.
You gotta love South Park.
I hear they opened what was it, old Casa Bonito or whatever. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Apparently it's pretty it looks cheesy to me, but I guess that was its thing. It always
I think that was
was
a real
cheesy. Yeah, no. It's they come from all over.
Until I read the article about Matt and Trey buying it because they were going under. I had no idea.
Well, yeah, and they dumped so much money into that place.
I feel like we've gotten completely off topic here.
Oh yeah. Well, dudes, we went so far off topic, dudes left.
No, I don't think. I think we just recently went so far because we did bring this back around to Amazon. Maybe not a direct comparison of buying car parts from Amazon versus the box store, but
you can probably buy South Park movies from Amazon.
Let's face it, you can buy anything from Amazon. What are you willing to pay?
Dad's sick. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That's overreach.
That's
Calling the cops.
So what's extended credit then?
Shillelaghs.
Can
A
you extend me some
shillelagh.
credit? No, that's okay. I don't need you to extend me credit.
There'll be no extended credit.
No extended credit.
I'm good.
I'm good. Oh, maybe from you though.
Make you a deal. Oh god. The longest bowel movements in town. I really need to start reading these before I throw them up on the screen.
Yeah, probably.
One or two, yeah, it might be a good. I think Fox can fix it. It's a default. Read it before you place it.
I never do. I'm down for a little Fox can fix it comment roulette. I just throw it up
Roll
there.
dice.
Yeah,
Just roll the dice. Throw
see
it up
where we get.
All right, boys.
I love monetize.
No whammy, no whammy. Come on. Seriously though, I think every week we do this, and it's like I think we 3 t-shirt designs today in.
Oh,
at least.
At least.
One of us should actually make t-shirts one of these days.
Somebody's got to write them down first.
The fun story about this is we record this
here.
Yeah, so we could totally go back and watch these. In fact, if you're watching this or listening to us now, we appreciate it. All of these are on podcasts, only on YouTube.
You know what we should do is we should put up that community question: which T-shirt would you like to see? And we'll put up the.
I don't know if anyone sees community stuff for.
Well, dudes gets all sorts of response on that.
Dudes.
I get it. It's dudes. Yeah. He's a different class of us.
Yeah, he's just slumming down with us on Friday, Saturdays.
Hey, my latest community post has 31 votes. So
that's exactly double what my last community post did.
I think it took mine like 2 years to get to 31 votes.
Oh wow! Do you get more after the initial?
Oh yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, my shit goes one time. And
one before that had 45 votes. That's not bad.
You're killing the game over there.
Yeah, I'm killing it. I'm crushing it.
Crushing it. I tell you gotta watch YouTube's latest video on shorts.
Oh yeah, I'm down for sure.
Oh dude, the guy, there's something about the dude, and don't let me color it for you, but watch the guy who's explaining him. It's very Iron Man person, you know what I mean? Just that's the way I get from him. Like Barbecue 5-0, what's up, brother? How you been? We're I'd love to tell you that the topic is like on point and we're just doing good things right now, but I don't even know where we are in the conversation.
We did pretty good for the first hour.
That's not true. 40 minutes into this, we had swords out.
Well, I don't think it was even 40 minutes in, but we did bring it back.
It was 40 minutes.
We did bring it back around to Amazon.
It's true. We did get back in.
We did start talking about the palm scan from Amazon.
Are we gonna do knives next week?
Did you see the short I put up for knives?
No, but I have some cool knives.
I've got a buddy who makes custom knives, and I was over there and took some shorts because he's getting them ready to go. And man, they really cool looking knives. I'm not a big like custom made knife kind of guy, but there's some serious craftsmanship in those stuff.
A lot of Damascus steel stuff.
No, so he gets a knife, a German knife steel, and then sends it. He profiles it, does all the stuff, and sends it back out to have it heat treated to. All the work's really done in like the fit up and the bevels and the grinds and then different designs and the spines and all this other cool stuff. It's not really the Damascus side of it.
That's pretty wild.
But,
and for those of you just joining us, we did look at our swords earlier and compare. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you go back further, there is a section of the video where we all whip out our swords and compare them. They're all different.
They're all different. All different.
Yeah,
and
dudes.
Some of us have multiple swords.
Yeah, and dudes was strangely Asian, actually.
But it was made in Spain.
But it was. Oh, does that make it?
Yeah,
because it definitely identified as Asian.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it identified as Asian.
I think it was made in Madrid. So
yeah, Spanish
steel.
It's Japanese imitation Spanish steel. Everyone knows that's the strongest. It's the strongest you can get off of the antiquities market. Oh man! So we got all the Mustang community coming in tonight.
Yeah,
thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming over.
Where's Brantford then?
Well, I don't know. He's probably doing something with his family on a Saturday night, I would assume. We don't normally, Saturdays isn't normally our night, but like I said, here we are. Everyone's saying hey. So everyone that just joined in, what's your thoughts on Amazon as far as your parts distributor and supplier nowadays in the age of, parts stores don't have parts?
Well, I don't think it's just Amazon. I mean, like I said, the big two that I will go to by default is Amazon and Rock Auto. Those are
I view Rock Auto as subpar parts, and I
I
don't
don't.
know if
Well,
that
you can get subpar parts there, but you can also get very good parts there.
okay. And I'm not saying that's an earned stereotype. It's just the stereotype I have for them for some reason. I don't even know
But
exactly.
well, okay,
Probably
let's
just
face it.
dudes
You go
talking
look
about
at the Rock Auto list, and you say, okay, I can buy the same part for $20 or $250, or a range in between.
I can tell you when I see a difference between 200 and 20, I know that the $20 one's not going to work.
What that's pretty
You guys
much
ever
what you
tried
do.
parts?
So then you start looking for the little heart icon of people. Oh, I've ordered this one for $65, and that means everyone's been quite happy with it. So I'm going to try that
Ooh,
one.
I feel like you're
I
still
use
raspy.
Parts Geek, and if Amazon doesn't have it or I don't like what Amazon's got, I always check out PartsGeek.com.
Well,
I don't think
the
I've seen
biggest thing for us is the shipping's not too bad, depending what's getting shipped. And you got the little truck icon, and you can get them all on the same shipping order. But if I start
Oh.
getting into big items or heavy items, then the shipping goes stupid. So brake parts, stuff like that, I just don't get them off of Rock Auto. It's not
Yeah,
worth
with
it.
Amazon, you don't have that problem. They're like, "What? I ordered gooseneck hitches through Amazon, and they actually lost parts and gave me extra. It was a whole thing through Amazon, but that heavy.
Yeah. So with brakes and stuff, I go to like Max Brakes or something like that, where I can get like a whole set of rotors, pads, everything for my truck or car for about $250, up to about $500, whatever. And again, this is where we get into the traditional box stores. If I go into the Napa or the O'Reillys or whatever it might be, it's like for me to order one rotor is $250 sometimes, right? And it's like, and I can get a whole set of rotors and pads for the same price. And I don't care if it lasts 2 years less than that.
Well,
It's not that hard to
that's a
change.
real question. How many of those items actually make it to their wear date or mileage or whatever?
Well, a
Like,
lot of these places you can buy lifetime warranties for some of this stuff, right?
well, so for brake pads and stuff like that on most cars, I've gone through AutoZone, and now that I've kept a lot of these cars as long as I have, I'm on my second set of pads, so it's kind of paid for itself, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you want to do that route, you can pay for the extra couple bucks for the lifetime warranty, and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
well, it wore out sooner than it should have. Here, give me new pads, and no problem, you got new pads.
yeah, it doesn't
Which
even
is
matter. Yeah,
There's no argument there. It's just okay, sure.
but I couldn't for the life of me tell you if the pad, like my wife's Lexus, is a perfect example. I just went through and had to put new pads on those, and I couldn't tell you what the mileage was when I changed them the first time. It's been years, but
Yeah.
did it make it what they said it should have? Hell, I don't know. I just put another set of
Who
pads
cares? Like it's a set of brake pads. It's so easy
Yeah.
to change, right?
on. Yeah, facts.
You don't care. But like, and as to what dudes alluded to earlier, I don't have to deal with the guy behind the counter that doesn't like me.
Yeah, or is it an automatic? Or I can just
Or the guy behind the parts counter that knows absolutely nothing about parts. It's like, what type of vehicle is it? It's a custom build. You're not gonna find it.
Oh, I love that. I just start telling them the vehicle that the part came out of.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Well, as long as you know that, right? Then
Hey, Piston, they don't, Amazon doesn't have old Rolls Royce parts either. So
well,
They're
so and
very-
I was gonna say something about that too. Is this like old stock? Oh, my camera just froze. Is this like old stock that people still have on their shelves and is going to run out at a certain point in those old shops, or like where's the?
well, what do they call that? There's a term for it. I forgot it now. The new parts that are old new parts.
new old stock.
New old
what's that?
stock.
NOS.
New old stock. So yeah, there's still shops around that have some of that stuff, sure, but I mean, it's getting less and less and less. And even if you go on to some of these other sites, like if you're looking for something for a '67 Impala or something, that's still a fairly popular car in terms of there's a lot that were made and everything else like that is not an extremely rare car. You're finding a lot of these places are getting fewer and fewer parts that you can get for these things, right?
Well, and at a certain point, it's not worth it to stock parts on the shelf
Well, absolutely not.
for
Right? I can't
the
blame the
maybe
box store for
someone.
that.
Yeah, because it all takes space, and space is expensive.
Yeah.
But
Which is the whole thing why Amazon did what they did. They bought warehouses that were on the cheap and then said, book warehouses are cheap. Let's put other things in the cheap warehouses.
yeah, but now they build these brand new spanking huge warehouses. Like I said, I cannot fathom. It took me like 10 minutes to drive through the Amazon area
Yeah.
in the city. I
Well,
was
and
like,
they're doing all of that with like overhead trolleys and automated and blah, blah, blah. And then
well, sure, but
they're
it's like
big, no.
here, I was reading the names of the different buildings as I'm going through this area, and it's like it's a mini city of Amazon. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, here's the distribution center, here's this warehouse, here's that, and these things are massive. They're huge, and it's just I had never been in that part of the city. I had no idea it had expanded to that size.
Well,
It was a
the
bit of an eye
funny
opener. It
thing
just
about
happened today.
funny thing about some of those Amazon warehouses is around here, towns try and get Amazon to come in because they think they're going to get a bunch of jobs. But if it's a data warehouse,
It's
you've
all
got this
automated.
massive facility that employs about 10 people.
Yep.
Because it's all data. So you
Now,
just
but
mess with
technically it
around.
employed a shit ton of people when they built it.
Yes.
That's all temporary workers that come from out of town and then leave.
Yeah, but they spend
But
money
they have to
in
do housing. They have to do.
I mean, it's trickle down
Trickle down economics, yeah.
No, banging.
Yeah, but
They're
those aren't jobs that continue in.
Yeah, but it's like 4 or 5 years of jobs.
Don't worry,
Those
most
warehouses up overnight. I mean, those warehouses are up like that. They don't mess around with those warehouses.
Well, and dudes, you were telling me they're big time no union, right? Amazon.
Oh yeah, no union at the
big time,
Amazon.
no union, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go well when they try to bring a union into the Amazon warehouses.
Yeah, now look, the regular warehouse, the regular Amazon warehouses have plenty of people that work at them. I'm talking about the data warehouses. They have nobody that works there. They have tiny little parking lots, big giant facility filled with computers that no one works on.
Yep, just sitting there soaking up power.
Well, honestly, what brought all this into the fold and being able to do this was the modernization of the shipping companies. And
well, here's the thing. I don't think shipping companies have really changed all that much. It's the computerization of tracking and moving
when I say the modernization, we're going back to the Sears catalog day versus modern times.
Well,
right?
United States Post Office versus actual UPS,
business
FedEx.
focused shipping companies, right?
Yeah, you didn't have shipping companies before. You had the mail system.
Yes.
Yeah. But even when you had shipping companies, like Amazon is still using shipping companies, but they're a distribution.
They were, and they're now making their own shipping and
They're
distribution.
making their own because the cost is getting too high.
Exactly. And so we've just decided we can do it cheaper.
Well,
and we're
UPS literally said,
diversifying.
or not UPS, but no, UPS.
USPS?
No. Brown truck.
UPS.
Brown trucks, yes.
Yep.
What can Brown do for your shorts today?
Yeah. It was them or FedEx that came on and said, we're not doing Amazon at all anymore, period. And they did that in cities all over.
Oh, yeah, which is fine because Amazon just said we'll hire our own guys that are questionably qualified to do this because it's all contractors.
It was Amazon's goal the entire time to build their own distribution network of trucks and drivers. They never planned on with UPS, USPS, or FedEx. They still use USPS, but especially for Sunday delivery. But a lot of the stuff Amazon did was they went ahead and lost money on that until they could build their fleet of Amazon delivery guys. Like I said, I have an Amazon guy that comes here all the time and delivers stuff.
It's hit or miss.
Well, they got their own planes and everything now.
Did you know?
But to be fair, the UPS or not UPS, Home Depot has their own guy. Like when I order something off of Home Depot, they ship it via UPS or USPS to some guy locally here, and that dude puts it in either a rental truck or his own van with no windows, and then shows up. And I know this because I got a notification saying my part was delivered, my tool, one of these, and I'd like, no, it wasn't. And I called Home Depot and was like, hey, it says it's delivered, it's not here. And they're like, oh, well, dispute the charges with your bank. That's what Home Depot told me to do because they don't, unlike Amazon, they don't give a crap. And then a day later, some dude, rando, shows up in an unmarked van and hands me my package because it was shipped to him. Home Depot just ships all to a dude, and then it goes from there. Why it didn't ship to me directly, I don't understand.
Because it's cheaper for them to bring it to do ship business to business than business to
Personal. Oh.
So they shipped a whole bunch of stuff to that Home Depot. That guy went and picked it up and then made his rounds, dropping it all off. And it's cheaper.
Okay,
You know,
that makes sense.
Amazon actually offers an option right now that if you want to box all of your
Chris,
items into
what's
a
up,
single
brother?
box, you can have
Yes.
everything shipped to you in a singular box.
But it takes more time.
Correct, because it has to collect all the pieces before it can be sent to you in a
But
singular
it's
box.
probably the advantage is it's cheaper.
Yes. Well, sometimes they will give you they'll, if you put it in one box,
Give you
we'll
free stuff.
give you free stuff or give you something. And
Give
if I
you
don't
Amazon
care,
points.
They give you free. They give you free electronic stuff. Like I have a whole bunch of free Amazon Music songs, but I don't use Amazon Music, nor do I want any of that. I have tons of free credits for that crap just because of I saved on shipping.
drop shipping, yeah. Drop shipping is that's how I got my welders. I had I don't know how much I want to say about that, but I had mine drop shipped out of a place to avoid some taxes.
Yeah, drop that on the back of a truck to avoid.
No, it's just I'm an Oregon resident and you don't pay sales tax in Oregon. So the one I got in Maryland was drop shipped to Oregon and I didn't pay any sales tax on it.
I feel like there's a 5-finger discount joke in our previous discussion.
Oh, we totally missed one on
and
that.
we missed that.
That was, yep. You can't go back. Don't dwell on it. Dude, you look like you're researching something up there for a big I'm gonna just come in and lay some knowledge on you here.
Nope.
What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
He's
now-
trying to figure out if the
So
pawns-
now I know he's just playing like word cross puzzle or something over there on his computer. He's bored with this. Yeah.
Sudoku.
Yeah, I'll sit there you go.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I approve of that.
Well, what would dude like to talk about? You seem bored with our conversation.
He's
No.
He's very, very, very.
No, I'm not going to
articulate
elaborate on that
tonight.
either.
Dudes wanted to talk about Omi in a Hellcat. You guys ever heard of this guy?
Only in a Hellcat?
Omi, like his name's Omar,
Oh, okay.
and he had a YouTube channel.
He still has a YouTube channel.
Okay, he still has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's
And
just in jail now.
He's just in. Well, no, he's in prison.
Well, yeah.
No, he's in prison
Yeah.
for essentially copyright and fraud
And not paying taxes.
and not paying taxes.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, the other two you can get away with.
Oh no, you can get away with the not paying taxes all day long. It's just you have to pay the taxes, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just apt to go to jail.
Yeah.
See, that's
Well,
the
no,
best part. You can just be like, jail. I'll just keep him.
He still has to pay. He's paying like millions. It was 5 million in back taxes in that video it showed at the end. So he's still paying the taxes and going to jail.
How did he amass this? That he would end up owing 5 million
Oh,
in taxes.
Oh,
Oh,
he should
dude.
owe easily into the 30 million. They just
way
went
more than
down
that.
to that.
Yeah. We made a package deal. Yeah, you go to prison and pay us money. But
So-
he made Fire Sticks originally that were pre-jailbroke. Like he'd buy a pallet of Fire Sticks from Amazon, and this ties in, I guess. And then he would program them as jailbroken and able to watch all the movies, and then he'd sell them for $150 markup.
Oh, okay.
And he did it on Amazon.
Right.
And then from there, he turned it into, we're not even selling the Fire Sticks anymore. We're going to sell a program that can go on the Fire Sticks.
Yes, that acts as like a jailbreak Netflix.
Yes. Think of it as a
name.
Yeah. So basically what he did is he bought a couple of accounts where he basically streamed everything that he paid for to the cloud. And then he sold rights for other people to watch his cloud, essentially, which is copyright.
And then he sold that whole platform for $40 million.
The first time. And then after that person bought it, or whoever bought that, they quickly shut it down. Like, because it was super illegal. Yeah, and so he just kept doing that until he finally got caught.
Well, then he started a YouTube channel where he kind of publicized his wealth. And then people started asking the question, how do you accumulate such wealth? And then he kind of hinted into exactly what he did, which then raised a lot of red flags for different people because he was admitting to the crimes he committed.
Doesn't seem very
interesting.
I don't know. Did they really use a whole lot of his YouTube stuff against him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because in the video they didn't really. I know they took all of the data in his SD cards and all that stuff, but in the video I watched, it didn't say that they used any of his YouTube videos as evidence.
Well, I think they used it as implementation. You know, he can't really say he didn't do it because he said he did it on his videos. So, you know,
it's possible they used it for probable cause, and then they went.
Yeah.
Well, his whole
stuff and figured out that what he'd actually done.
His whole thing was his accountant didn't do his taxes right, and that's not his fault.
But again, I bring this back to you have these other charges that you could have laid on him, but you get him on tax evasion. That seems to be the default.
Well, it's definitely the one that sticks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the one you can without a doubt prove.
I don't get, and then again, he says his accountant was supposed to be taking care of it and wasn't. But if you're making all this money, why not just pay the crap ton of taxes and just keep the government happy? Well, yeah, facts.
Well, I mean, unless you've
Wesley Snipes thought because he could
to pay the taxes,
be somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know.
Which is, I think, as the previous aforementioned, is probably what happened to him. Why he went to jail, because
and the thing
in the movies anymore, because he just didn't have the money to pay the taxes.
Yeah, but this dude has all of the money. In fact, they talk about it in the video when they said, "Hey, it's going to be this much money," dude was like, "Bet it's only 6 years. Here's freaking what was it, $30 million? $30 million for all of it. That's back taxes."
He was happy he got 6 years.
All the fines for copyright infringement, all of it. And now this is a dude like dude's just saying he probably, what do you think, $100 million he probably made off the whole thing?
Oh yeah, that's just what they know he's taken in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's bought businesses and he's bought houses and he's got
a bunch of things that are gonna keep earning while
and you know that through cash he's probably made other people rich. I mean, just
right. And he's not going to be considered a high security prisoner either. He's going to go to one of these nice fluffy jails.
It's still going to be federal prison.
Right?
It's still federal prison, but like we were talking, he has enough bankroll to make it nice enough for him.
See, I disagree with this one. We talked a little bit about this too. He is expecting a lot of people to handle his affairs for 6 years on the outside.
He's going to be broke when he gets out, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I think he already had a lot of people running a lot of very lucrative businesses.
You're right. You have people running that, but they're only running it the way they are because you're there every now and again. Now you're not going to be there. For 6 years, you're not going to be there.
Yeah, but you're just going to be inside of a prison cell running it from there. I mean, come on.
Are you? Because at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Come down here and nope, you're not doing shit. You just going to write it down in the note?
I'm going to write a check to this guy, and he's going to go make sure you do the thing I say.
Well, okay. I mean, that's quite possible.
Turns out I also control that account, and it doesn't have any money in it anymore. Weird.
Well,
Do you
that's
guys,
only
do you
if
guys remember that movie Austin Powers where Dr. Evil was frozen? When he finally came out.
I do not remember that movie.
Yeah, they were a legit company. I mean, that could happen, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
we
they got
make
sneakers,
we
they
make
got
more being
bars,
legit than
they
we
got-
did it being. Yeah, that's right.
$1 million with a B. $1 billion.
I mean,
I just want some sharks with freaking lasers on their heads, okay?
I need
What
to
do you-
watch that
Look
movie.
at the smile on his face. What are you looking up right now?
nothing.
Oh, you're happy about something. I see
Look
it.
at Austin Power clips, probably.
Yeah. He's found some nugget of information.
He's not going to drop it on us.
No,
until-
I'm like,
Are we still monetized? I mean, we can't monetize.
More
Are
important
we-
question: do we have anyone watching anymore? I think
No.
we are still monetized. So yeah,
I mean, Fox's latest comment.
I didn't put that one up. I didn't put that one up there.
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
That one-
that's one of the ones that you rarely vet. So this is what we were talking about. You're really.
I
playing
read
comment
that.
here.
I read that one. Yeah, Pistons here, Stu Fast still here. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
that's-
we got some diehards right
Like
on.
Horton, here's the Who
Yes.
down there. We're
Horton,
here. We're here.
We're here.
Just listening in the background. It's like what crazy things are these guys?
Yeah, yeah. Where are we now? Because conspiracy theories, there was swords, there was some
But
Amazon
it's still all
in
connected to
there.
Amazon.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do.
My sword did not come.
How much did you pay for that sword?
Oh, he's not going to say.
That's a much too much smile right there.
that's remember the aforementioned auctions we were talking about where
I
he just
know.
bids things up?
And he bid it up. That's why when he brought it back up, I was like, I wonder how much we paid for that
It
sword.
just officially broke the tag off.
Well, now it's
ruined
not
now.
worth- that's
you
not
just
worth half.
devalued it.
Early now.
You might
Ruined.
as well just go melt that down for scrap metal now. More value in it.
Yeah, I think it's chunk.
Yeah. It's void if seal is broken.
Like a mattress.
Like a mattress. You can't, if you rip that tag off.
You take the plastic off, it's done.
Oh man.
That is an old wives' tale, isn't it? Like, is that real?
I'm sure it did. What now would you say?
It's illegal to tear the mattress tag off.
That's not
No.
true. You can
Under
do whatever
penalty
you-
of law, this tag cannot be removed exempt from a consumer. All new material consists of polyurethane
Except
foam.
for the consumer. There
Except
you
by
go.
consumer, so
Yeah.
you can rip it off.
So it can't be torn off by a seller.
Right.
Yes. Because then you could say basically, so you don't buy a mattress with no thing on it, so you'll know what's in the mattress. You're not buying an asbestos mattress.
I mean,
or
the thing
something.
could be filled with peanuts or something.
I mean, you think
Mattress makers and sellers were engaged in some pretty shady business practices at the time. Mattress makers were known to cut corners by stuffing mattresses with pretty repulsive garbage, like discarded food, old rags, and horsehair. Inevitably, this would attract lice, bed bugs, and many numbers of unwelcome bedfellows. If safe to say, these were not luxury mattresses. So the government had a bright idea. Let's require a manufacturer to attach a label to a new mattress stating that the materials used to make the mattress.
eat that
The
mattress.
salesperson found a clever walk around through just rip off the tag and sell the bacteria-filled product to the unsuspecting customer. As soon as the government caught on to this shenanigan, they required the additional "do not remove" message to be included by law on every mattress and tag. And the rest is pop culture history.
So does Amazon sell mattresses?
Oh yeah.
There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many. My mattresses came in the mail.
You kidding me?
I
they
bought my
still-
mattress from a store,
Back-
but it was in a box where I just walked out and threw it in the back of the truck.
No,
and, you know,
I took the box off, cut the bag, and it went.
yeah,
Mattress.
yeah, I did too. But I picked it up from the store because I
Oh.
don't know, like an idiot.
Oh, I
And-
bought mine. I bought mine at like a mattress roadshow,
Oh,
Wow.
and then they
What
ship
was
it to me, and it was
Is that
nice.
otherwise known as QVC?
No.
My mattress actually has a lifetime warranty.
You can't. They sell them that cheap. I'm buying mattresses from Walt or from
What?
Amazon.
from Amazon.
Get myself a new mattress.
There's no such thing as a cheap mattress. What are you talking about?
How cheap is cheap? Here's the problem with the mattress. I want to lay on it before I like.
Yes, that's why I went to the whole mattress roadshow thing.
Yeah, well, that's why I went to the Mattress Firm. I think is where the places where I went. You know,
I see one for $80 on here.
oh wow,
That's probably
I feel like
home ones though.
I guess I feel like beds are one of those things like you get what you pay for type
100%.
of deal. Like
that's why I paid like car price.
Sort of.
Well, you spend a good part of your life on one, so just saying.
We're gonna have to do a whole episode on swords. I swear.
Maybe swords and knives.
Swords and knives.
Oh, we don't want to get into knives.
No, not knives.
Yeah, we do.
We've done this already once a long time ago, and Dudes has a lot of knives.
Look, we got queen size mattress, Jing XM, 10-inch cooling gel. This might have some of that aforementioned stuffing that we were talking about.
It's okay as long as it has a tag. It'll tell you.
Well, but I can see the tag. It just says nothing about penalty of law for removing it.
Oh,
Japanese floor mattress. That's a dog's bed.
It is a dog's bed. Get down, peasant. You sleep on the floor.
That is not a mattress. This is.
Throw it up on the screen. What do we got here? Show us what you're working with here.
I mean,
well, I'm looking at cheap mattresses on Amazon because somebody said they were cheap, and it's like that's not a mattress. That's a dog.
Like people in Japan do sleep on a mattress on the floor.
Well, that's not a mattress.
That's a dog's bed.
That is the thing that goes on that futon that you had when you were
I'm
cheap and
literally
young.
Looking at queen size mattresses and stuff.
I would let my dog sleep on that.
That would be one nice dog bed.
You know, I was looking at car covers and what.
I mean, really, for $130, if you had a Great Dane, that's an affordable dog bed.
I mean, yeah, because have you seen what like big dog beds go for?
Yes.
The problem is with that thing, if you got a dog that digs, scratches, or chews at all, that thing is going to be everywhere.
For $100, you can get a twin.
I guarantee.
Queen.
Now, have you looked up seat covers on Amazon? Because where they come up with this, usually they come up with this big hammock thing for dogs in your back seat.
I've seen that, yeah.
And when I looked it up the other day, because I was looking for some type of cheap covering to put on the Parisienne back seat.
My dog likes to just stay home, so he doesn't need
Look at that thing. I was thinking, man, I might put one of those in the cars just for me.
What does this dog have glasses on?
Listen, don't worry about why he has glasses. They wanted him to look more distinguished, so they put glasses on.
That's for
You
that.
can watch the spider video better.
Yeah.
Smart dogs have those.
Like, why is there like a reflective circle and like a?
Oh, it's a screen.
Some of those have like stuff for the food dish and the water dish.
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's where
on
the
other
dog
side.
shit.
This is so fancy.
But I was thinking, man, for a long road trip, I might just hang one of those in the car and I just sleep in the back seat.
Just lay in the back of the bed, little doggy bed.
Double dog.
And they're not that
unhappy
expensive.
dogs. Look at that one. He's just like, no.
Well, both those dogs look like they're possessed.
Okay, both of those dogs don't look like they're actually in that car.
Yeah, that's a photoshopped dog.
That husky who looks really weird in the neck, definitely is not there in real life.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got that crazy harness and stuff.
I'm sure in real life he has that harness on, but I'm saying
Oh, you see how Husky has a harness and this dog's like, nope. I'm getting to bounce off the windows.
That was Bart Kent. Yeah.
This dog in the video looks a lot less unhappy.
He looks like that dude looks like he is in a prison. He's even wearing stripes. Look at him.
Yeah.
Dogs with clothes. These are some pretty. These aren't expensive at all. They're like $40.
No, they're cheap. That's what I'm saying. It's for like $20-$30. You buy one of these, throw it in your back seat, go on a road trip.
There you go.
Yeah.
His and her.
Her.
His and her.
I feel like this
That's
is just
definitely a dog.
this is just definitely for your drunk friends, so you can just throw them in the
another
back.
one of those like she's definitely photoshopped in. There's no way the
That,
back of her.
you know what?
fits in that
You
vehicle.
just thought of a brand new Uber idea.
Oh yes.
Yes.
This
Pick
was
those up
$125.
and throw the drunk
It's
guy in the
much
back.
more
Like,
expensive when you add a human. Look at that.
Well, that's safe for human testing. You know what I mean? That costs a lot of
Like,
money.
look at this: $36 for a dog, $125 for a human dog.
Well, can you filter results?
That's
slow
really
so
cheap
it
for
goes
human.
expensive,
Normally,
right?
to get a cross-pollinated human dog noid is way more than that. So, I mean, yeah.
I mean, you got this human dog, another $109.
That dog wants nothing to do with her. She's
Yeah.
whispering in his ears, and he's like,
I have
Right.
Okay, so I have a question right here. We all know how wide cars are. Where the fuck are her legs? Because
Right.
her elbows are in the center of that seat somehow. So you're telling me there's 5 feet of woman back there in that
She's
2
a
feet of
torso.
seat left? Yeah. Oh, she's just an
torso.
amputee at the oh.
Well, you're right, dude. As soon as you throw a person in the picture, the price
Well,
triples.
this one's the worst. This is the worst photoshopped one yet.
She's underneath the dog. Literally under the
Oh,
dog.
that is good.
Look at the
That
dog's
is good.
paws. That is not even. Oh
They-
my!
They found
God.
the cheapest person on Fiverr they could find.
And the ocean. That's the
Yes.
other best part. Like, we'll just green screen some ocean in back there.
We're at the beach.
And this one doesn't even have the back
man.
panel. You know, it doesn't have the back panel blocking the other door.
They didn't pay for that.
It's expensive. Yeah,
wonder who did that
Why
one.
isn't there a drunk friend car
Oh,
on?
look, that
hammock?
one's got a video. That's hard to
Okay,
fake.
that one's actually real. Apparently,
What, this one with this dog in the video?
they didn't Photoshop that.
It might
These
be
are really
animated.
fancy cars.
Yeah, they
Well,
generated
that's
with
why
AI
you wanna
probably.
protect your fancy car.
Yeah, I was gonna say realistically, the cheap cars don't buy this.
Well,
Well, it
you just
utilizes everything, the oh crap handle and everything. Look at that.
Better hope your car has all those.
this one has leaves.
Oh,
They even photoshopped in the dog leaves, I guess.
Yeah, to really give a thing, it really adds to it.
that or he has some digestive
Oh,
problems.
look, an actual picture of a dog in a car.
That
That
looks
I believe.
to be real.
That
some
seems
reason.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got that look of why the F am I here? Yeah. I'd
Well,
buy
I
it.
like how the people look like they're actually driving, but yet this
With the
door's
door
like hanging open.
Yeah.
So the
with
dog
Oh,
might
yeah.
be, but I don't
Just-
think the people are.
Just act natural like you're driving. It's fine.
act natural. It's fine. Don't worry about that door. Who let this dog in here?
It's a Insta hot dog. Jesus.
I don't know what this is. What is this a silhouette of?
A teenager?
Doing what?
Obviously on his fucking phone or computer or something. I don't know. It looks like an emo kid, so he's probably cutting himself.
And demonetized.
He's short enough that he can pick his feet off the edge of a car seat?
Well, I think what they're demonstrating is you
said
can
two.
fold it down easy and still use it as a seat.
Oh,
You have
I
to look at
gotcha.
the other pictures, right?
oh. Got the guy and the dog.
The new name of this show is 4 Old White Dudes React to Amazon Posts.
Yeah. What do we want to? What else do we want to look up on the
Dogs out.
Amazon?
Woof, 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 woof.
What's another popular Amazon search?
Well, I don't know if seat covers was necessarily popular, but okay. Knives? Should we explore that, or swords?
Swords.
Let's do swords because we had swords earlier.
Swords.
Oh, Swordville. Well, 31 bucks. You can have throwing knives and swords. I bet that's some real cheap garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you get that. It's like 2 inches long.
that's what she said.
All right, most expensive sword on Amazon is $9,998.
Wow.
All right,
What do
let's
you
look
get
at
for
his
10 grand?
because this
That's
thing had
worth
better
every
be.
penny.
Oh, it comes with a stand. That's why.
It says
Mhm.
handmade sword, Japanese samurai sword katana, big word, steel clay, tampered,
Where's it made at?
Japan,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no.
like
Wow.
yours.
Oh, it says where it should say where it's made at.
When
I
that bad
think
one
I'm
comes in
laugh.
and says made in China, someone's gonna be real pissed.
Strangely enough, it's got some Japanese symbols there. I mean,
All right, 100% handmade is what it said, but I didn't. He moved.
there's no reviews.
Imagine
Weird.
that. Yeah.
Weird.
We can look up motorcycles too. if we
Okay,
want.
let's go to the cheapest sword.
Oh, I knew a guy who got a Amazon motorcycle shipped to him in New Orleans. Yeah.
So here's
And
the
they're-
cheapest Amazon sword, roughly. Look at that. It's got all the quality pictures.
Okay,
It's
okay,
amazing.
okay.
That is a weird looking sword. Okay, $15. Let's go see what the reviews say about this thing.
Looks like it's for the children's.
Oh, we got some reviews here.
Click on the 1 stars because I want to know. I want to hear from the people that were very disappointed from their $15 sword.
Broke in half after 2 days of my son waving it around in the air. I knew it was cheap, so I made sure he was careful. It still broke down by the handle.
Yeah, that's doesn't surprise.
If
Hey, what do you think?
if I could give less than 1 star, I would. I'm disappointed because it's too late to order another sword before Halloween. The sheath is warped and won't close, so the sword keeps falling out. The hilt is warped and the falling off. Overall, it just looks terrible, and I'm not even sure it's worth returning.
And to answer Fox's question,
Jesus, we'll have to find. Do you need me to copy and paste that into the search bar for you, or can you
no,
type that in?
look, I've got it here. I've got his
sorry.
answer.
What?
I'm trying. You're sharing, so I can't share.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's right here. I can do that.
Right there you go.
Oh yes, you can for only
Those
$54.
are not
Yes, you can.
those aren't expensive at all.
No, rather inexpensive actually. There's a few different styles even.
What's the reviews on this? I feel like we need to scroll down to the reviews there, Moggles.
The reviews are there? I don't see the reviews on this.
Go down.
I see technical information.
Keep going down.
Did not have reviews.
It's a sweet coffee mug you can buy with it.
No reviews.
No reviews.
Oh wow, no reviews. I can't believe that for a Star Trek anything item.
You would think it's got to be one hell of a knockoff. Look, there it is
Actually, let's look at the dimensions because I bet you it's like
on your desk.
A paperweight.
Oh yeah, 20 inches by 10 inches by. Why is
no, that's
that?
not inches. That's centimeters.
That is centimeters.
Got the wrong one there.
So that's not even a foot long.
The reviews better be in Klingon.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Oh, you can get one of these for your rear
yeah.
wiper on your truck.
Oh, so it'll look like it's a little Klingon thing going back and forth?
Yeah.
Nice.
Really?
Sign me up.
Right there.
No, did you know you can get like the Batlith pajamas?
Batlith reflective sword weapon for Klingon wiper tag.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like that would get stolen really quick.
Facts.
See if it's got reviews.
Look at all
Lots
this
of
stuff.
reviews.
No 1 stars. Look at that.
A 2-star.
Nope.
No.
No review, just 2 stars.
Oh,
3-star.
nice light.
This was a gift for my husband. He hasn't installed it yet, but I'm concerned that it's going to fall apart first time it rains. It doesn't feel very sturdy.
I found
Anna
something.
Calhoun. What's
I
that?
found something. Here
Okay.
we go. This ties into our earlier conversation.
Which
Was I
part?
here for this
That's
earlier conversation?
yeah. This is very scary because there's been a lot.
Because we know he doesn't have this.
Oh.
That's really not that bad.
No.
It is.
You get a shield and everything?
I think so. No,
It's
I mean, I
shielded.
feel like I could interact Monty Python skits with this.
Do me a favor.
Can we see
Look
some
at-
more photos there?
Scroll down and look
But
at
again, look at
buy
the
it
product dimensions. 60 for length, 60 L in centimeters. So
Length.
60, that's 2 feet.
Yeah, that's not nearly as big as you think it is it?
No.
But look at what's bought with it. Like commonly bought together, you know.
Okay, let's check out the
$67
review.
item?
Well, there's reviews here.
Lots
From
of
Canada,
decent looking
even.
reviews there.
Quick
Can I, like,
shipping.
Mine came exactly like the picture, except my black paint was a little faded.
Here you go. It was
Long.
5'10", including the pedestal, not 6'2", as described.
Okay.
How would I ever go as a paladin at 6'2"?
Yeah, that would fit me almost perfect. Well, yeah. Pretty
Well, no,
close.
it's saying the stand is what makes it 5'2". 2.
Oh,
5
you got to add the stand height.
Yeah, scroll back up there. The stand was at least what, a third
Yeah,
of it.
staying rip off.
So what you're saying is this thing's like 5'6"
Okay.
or something like that.
That's at least a 10-inch
You know what I
base.
don't own that I've always wanted? Novelty axes.
What do you mean?
Did you find it? Okay, yeah. Let me stop sharing and see what you got.
I feel like this is something cool.
To
Like,
lift
I'm
your
not a big
crystal
sword
knot
guy, but I could be into novelty axes.
Oh wow! Okay,
There you go.
$151. Holy! Hello, Waxa. I don't
It's
even.
a cosplay thing. Doomhammer.
How do you say
That's
that?
not
Maximo?
Maximo.
Yeah, is that how? Is that
I
what
have
we're going with?
That's what I'm going with. Maximo.
That's just what's.
Did Jim say
hello.
he has this one?
I have the act. That one's not. That's not the authorized version of those.
You know, can you put in nunchucks?
Are those plastic or all steel? Like, is that like a real at that price?
Hand forged stainless steel.
That's dope. I mean,
It's not sharp or nothing, but
I mean, for a thing to hang on the wall, it's kind of cool if you're into like that type of thing.
oh, that's the thing. Is that thing
That's
you had?
Jim's sword, isn't it? Is that your
It's
sword?
not.
Oh,
It's similar, but it's not.
Oh, so
Dude,
that's all Lord of the Rings stuff.
Those are all the knockoffs. Those are all knockoffs of
He's so
the
angry.
authorized
These crap
version
tools.
from Blizzard.
can you put in nunchuck?
I mean, look, if you guys
Right,
want to
so
talk
nunchuck.
collectibles, I mean, those are knockoffs.
Nunchuk.
oh, you know we don't want to talk collectibles. We want to talk things we can go play with and ruin.
Yeah,
For adults. They
those you can go play
specify
with
for adults.
yeah. You know we want to
See?
go out and like hit things with them. We're
Here's the
children.
interesting thing. I bet you guys can get actual like wooden nunchucks. We can't. They're illegal.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Flexible
shut
foam
up.
You can get
nunchucks,
the little
foam
foam-
rubber nunchucks. These ones are solid rubber,
Oh, they're all safe.
steel chain bearing ball system, rubber.
Maybe go
Is it
to-
illegal
go
to
to-
own them or illegal to buy them?
Illegal to. That's a good question. I'm going to say own. I don't think we can even own them.
Because I mean, those would be
Rubber,
pretty simple to make.
Rubber,
Safe,
rubber,
solid. They're
foam.
all safe.
Maybe
What?
price high to low.
I
That
didn't
get you in.
realize you couldn't get real nunchucks. What do you mean I can't buy nunchucks that I can't whoop somebody in the head with?
What do you mean? I can't.
I mean, look, not from Amazon, but yeah.
Oh, geez.
Are these literally listed as an actual weapon that we can't get them on Amazon?
Apparently, yeah. I mean, but you can get
You can buy
sword.
a sword. I can cut people's arms off, and I can't get
don't
nunchucks to
think-
hit myself with.
No, here's the thing. I don't think any of those swords would actually chop someone's arm off.
A katana, that $10,000 katana better cut somebody's arm off.
It better,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I bet it
yeah.
doesn't.
I bet it does.
I bet it doesn't.
I bet it does.
Well, maybe sort highest to lowest, and let's see what the expensive ones are.
This is it.
Well, that is the expensive ones.
Yeah, you don't get good nunchucks.
Yeah,
man.
high to low.
Wow.
This is it. This is all the junk.
So the highest price nunchuck is $29.
Well, let me get rid of wooden.
I mean, look, it's just two
11.
pieces of wood and a chain.
No.
This has got to be wood, right? No, these are foam.
You can literally
wait.
make those.
Are you still on high to low?
Yeah. No, featured. 1 second.
That's
High
I
low.
You don't need to pay for nunchucks. You can make
Here's a
those.
sword.
That's
Here's
a
more
sword.
swords. Here's a hammer.
Thor's hammer. Where are the nunchucks?
Swords.
Two
Power
pieces of wood.
fist.
A chain.
What is this?
There's some katanas.
Portable safety survival arm shield. Yes.
There's nunchucks.
We have size. Size are
Illegal
worth
to
a
chuck.
weapon.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you want weapons? We can only sell these. We can't sell
Martial arts stick.
Oh,
What?
Oh.
the-
Yeah, maybe you're just spelling it wrong.
is that what it is?
Bang. Okay, I gotta look at this. Look at my shtick.
I feel like-
Oh, I just found
I feel like
something.
I feel like this is
Disney's
where.
Epic Mickey paintbrush. You got to look this up.
Oh
Okay.
God.
That does not look like a paintbrush.
You
Mickey
know,
paintbrush.
are you gonna get us demonetized here?
Disney Epic Mickey paintbrush.
I feel like okay, it's been 2 hours, so I think like this is gonna be where
Epic?
Epic paintbrush. Is it not coming up?
Is that a game?
Mickey's. Epic.
No, I'll show you that. I'll see if I
It's a
can share the
weekend.
one I've got here.
Here.
Okay.
What did I just walk into? CP. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's been that kind of
Oh,
things
see,
have digressed, things have happened. We can't go back.
yeah.
There you go. I've got it there for sure.
Yeah, that's for the game. That's for the Epic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't look like a paintbrush.
It's a Wii controller.
I know what it is, but it don't look like that.
Well, I mean, it's whatever you want it to be, man.
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
yeah. Well, that's wow.
Looks like a paintbrush to me.
Okay.
Maybe are you telling me it's built by Hitachi?
But did you see the price of it? Did it
Well,
show
yeah, I
the
bet
price?
No.
It's like $200 and some odd dollars.
Say what?
Let's see if you can get it. It's probably super classy. That's old school Wii gaming, man.
All
You can get that
buying
stuff.
options. $240.41.
$240. Get
We'll get-
wrecked.
You know, what you can do with that. You can paint things magically
On one game. On only
in
one
one
game.
game. Hidden features.
Oh, that is so. No, you can totally use that for other games. I feel like, as long as you don't mind it looking like a weird wand while you're doing things.
Wand.
I'm just wondering. I can't say that. Well, I'll say that off air.
Would be a better place. Listen, I don't think we understand our topics half the time in here, bro.
I'm really upset. Like I'm looking that up now. So
What are you looking up?
nunchucks.
Oh, it's this where-
Hours
This
of
is where
time
you.
researching this is non-existent.
Okay, you can get them at the Karate Mart.
Karate Mart on Amazon.
Nunchucks wood. They're all flexible polyurethane rubber. No. American
told you.
handcrafted nunchuck, professional martial arts, metal, wood, plastic, or fiberglass. I feel like fiberglass would be the worst. Like it isn't
Yeah,
hard, but you could like really hurt somebody with a fiberglass
Probably.
handle.
Probably smack someone pretty good with
I feel like
fiberglass
they're
one.
gonna break at some point, though. And
But they're
then just
not.
get
Like
shards of freaking fiberglass to stab with at that point.
I think you could probably wail on something pretty good with fiberglass for a while before they actually break.
most states, however, allow them. But until 2019, 4 states had laws banning personal nunchuck usage, including Arizona, California, New York, Massachusetts. And however, the bans in Arizona and New York were overturned. Now only California and Massachusetts have laws limiting the use and ownership of wooden nunchucks.
There you go. California ruined it for everyone. And on that bombshell, it's been 2 hours. And boys, I want you to know this. And this is science. I'm gonna break it down real quick for you, Jim. We have not been demonetized tonight at all. Like it's been good the whole time. And we're over 2 hours and we're about to end it. And there's one word that you haven't said tonight. And Fox, it's a phrase, I guess. It's more of a phrase. I'm sorry. And Fox didn't even put it in the comments. He did COVID cowboy, but not your
Wait,
patented.
you'd like me to say it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm feeling lucky in the last 2 hours and 6 minutes of this. I'll let you have it at the end here, and we're going to end it. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so we're gonna end it on cocaine cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what happens.